Welcome everyone, I'm JP.
And this is Big Guy.
This is Pack and Draw, where we open a pack and then draw the cards. Let's open the pack. Go ahead, Big Guy. Let's see what we got. Hopefully we got something good.
Yeah, first. Okay, so we got Grimer, Clink, Ducklet, Mareep, Paras, Bounce Sweet, Golurk, Dark Energy, Fletchender, Gothor Ita, and Kabu.
Okay, great. So which one do you think we're going to draw first here?
I'll say Fletchender.
Okay, so we can try that one. That'll be the first one. So let's get drawing.
Yep.
Okay, everybody. Here, welcome back. We're going to get to the drawing part of this. So for this card, we're going to do Fletchender, and here we go. Let's see how this works. Just so you know, I did a quick rough sketch beforehand. This is all original drawing based on this character. So I'm just going to use some different tools here. First, let's kind of like flesh out the body. We'll use like a thicker marker for that. Get around here. Focus on this part. Any type of bird Pokemon, you have to take bird drawing, I guess. In general, you want to take into consideration the body. And, you know, this one is kind of like a little thicker on this side here. So you have to kind of punch that out a little bit. But by using the thicker marker here, can allow this part to stand out. And, you know, what this has that's a little different is it has like a larger kind of tail pronounced. So maybe we'll do that a little later then, more towards the end. But that kind of sticks out like so. So let's focus on this wings here. This part actually is fully black. And it kind of goes into the yellow part a little bit. So we can kind of go around here. And then I'll kind of stop that there. Let's go over to this side here. Kind of get that ridge. There's a good perspective there on that, like so. Do the eye a little later here. So let's go here. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go and I'll do the bottom tail part a little here. Have that kind of come out. I don't always connect every line, even though it seems like right now I am. Sometimes you want to kind of like use closure to close some of those parts. I'm going to use this smaller marker here for some of the other parts. Especially get into the wings here. I probably won't close those as much. You really want to be kind of smooth here. I don't want to add too much detail. As you can see here, this kind of goes in the thinner part, and I'll kind of like let that be there. Maybe I'll thin this part out here. And here at the bottom, what I'm going to do is for its, where its kind of claws kind of come out, it's a little puff of kind of like feathers. So I'm not going to have these extended too much for this one because it's kind of like mid-flight, so it's kind of like crunching it in a little bit. Kind of like its talons, its claws. So those are going to be less pronounced. So while we're here, its body has a very distinct, almost kind of like moon-like shape. Could even use a thinner marker for that part. We'll just go with what we have here. And this goes up top. Maybe I'll have this kind of come down a little like that. With these type of strokes, just be very confident, kind of move in there. It's really like it's kind of working there. It's really kind of puffing out, you know, taking in the wind and so forth. And then for this, since there's a slight perspective, I want to put a curve there. And looks like there's some darker areas with 2 white stripes. I have multiple ones here established, so I can use whatever I feel like works as well. And it went over a little bit there, that's fine. You can kind of see how we'll make this work. Go for the beak. I think I have a little larger here in my sketch, but I'll bring that in a little bit. And it has a little bit of a mouth. Now the eye's a little dark in here. And as this kind of comes around, you know, again, we don't want to fully, especially the eyes, you never really want to have it fully connected in there. It has a darker pupil, kind of. And in here, so we'll just kind of make that like so. Go over here like this. You know, you can start to see the overall pieces coming into place. We can go into some parts and fill it in. Some of the darker parts are the beak, the eye, the talons, and so forth. So let's do that now. Let's get some of those parts. Actually, you know, we can always come back to some of these later too. So let's fill in some. We'll use this marker since we have it handy. And this is going to kind of blend in a little bit on both sides. We'll do the same thing for this here. And then I'll have that working like so. We'll leave the beak kind of open like that. And then we'll fill in the tail part here. I know, like I said, it has this kind of like we'll leave that maybe a little open there so you can see the divide. You'll leave that open a little bit. And then the rest, maybe in this part, we'll kind of like add some. Actually, no, I will color the talons in a little bit, especially at least give one side a shade. And, you know, you could always use a thicker marker, but these parts weren't too much. There we go. I'll fill in that part like so. I'll just fill this in since it kind of came across like that. Give it some slight depth. Yeah, it's kind of come along. You start to see it's like full body there. It's probably like another part of the feather on the other side. I'll fill this in here. So the full part kind of comes in play, maybe balance it out so you know it's all part of the feathers. And, you know, for this, these are just kind of like implying clouds, puffy clouds. Even did my signature beforehand. And there we go. Yeah, it's a good start. You know, I'll probably use a thinner marker if I had to do this again, but you know, it's all part of the experience of drawing. You always want to improve and, you know, kind of, you know, adjust and learn as you kind of move along, and you know, get a nice eraser, clean some of this up. But yeah, there you go. Hopefully it somewhat represents that, you know, as you kind of move along. And you don't want to over render too much, but there's always like parts you can kind of add on, and especially when you clean up, you might realize, oh, this part doesn't, now that the pencil's gone, might have to go back and, work this part in, or, there could always be like a feather moving around here or whatnot. So yeah, hope you guys like it. That's about it. Thank you so much.